Hello there, it's me, Sari, here again, and today I thought I'd talk you through what I have made with my so-called art journal. With this book I really started spraying and having myself some fun. I did make a book before where I actually experimented with different kinds of things, and I just felt like making something a bit smaller, but something I can continue working on for a long time. Although I did tear out a couple of pages in order to keep this book a little bit shorter. Well, I'm going to talk you through this quickly. I'm not going to emphasize every little bit of a detail, but let's get started. This is the first page, and I've done quite a lot of stamping and stenciling and masking and such. And as you can see, I have fallen in love with the stamps from the Octopode Factory. Here's an owl. An angry looking owl, isn't he? And look at those funny jailbirds there. Oh, I know, I get it. It's a jailbird, of course. And there are some bats. So, enjoy the little things, like the spider, in life. For one day you'll look back and realize they were the big things. So an owl or a bat or even a star or something could be a little thing that might be quite a big thing when you come to the end of it. So this is pretty colourful a page. I have created a frame, and I must say that Dyan Reaverley, the creator of those Dylusion stamps, really helped me out when I started colouring this book. Here I've got a green page, apart from that, those red lips there, and the orange pumpkin figure, also from the Octopode Factory. And I sort of wanted to start a theme with this book. I put an owl up there as well. This tree is originally just a random tree or regular tree from Tim Holtz, but I wanted to use this one as a branch poking out from the side. And then I sort of wanted to keep this as green as I could, so I worked with different kinds of stencils and sprays and stamps, motifs, and even some tissue or washi tape there. And well, I did actually glue two of the pages together because they are pretty thin, so I felt like gluing them together in order to just make them a little bit thicker and durable. With this one I have used a big clock stencil, and in order to just have a place for this statement: learn to pause, or nothing worthwhile will catch up to you. And that's the reason for me, because I tend to stress out a lot. I have plenty of things to do and I'm having a difficult time of saying no sometimes, so I really ought to make a painting of this or something to put on the wall to actually remind myself of saying no to some things. And as for enhancing that fact, there's a lot of clocks in her hair, also from the Octopode Factory. She comes from a steampunk set with a lot of girls there. And with this one I just felt like making these figures bigger, because these are digital stamps, you see. So the owl is a bit bigger there. And that's the benefit of having digital stamps, I think, because then you can resize them however you want to. You can make it as big as you want or small as you want. And here's another statement: being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you decide to see beyond the imperfections. And that's pretty nice, I think, because Tim Holtz also says embrace imperfections. And I'm trying to do that. So with this one I have done quite a bit of spraying. There's sort of a big doily in the background that I've used, and then I've used different kinds of colours here and some gesso perhaps, and there are also some bubble wrap thing there. And then I put an envelope here as well, just to get that page a little bit thicker, and if I want I could actually put in things here. Here's a colourful page. Smile. It's the key that fits everybody's heart. And talking about hearts, here's a lovely gadget gear heart from Technique Tuesday, and a drawer, actually, a heart on that figure there. And with this one I've done some stamping in the background with some grid patterns and wonderful flower things here. And lips. I like those lips. They're from Fancy Pants. It's a big 12 by 12 in stamp set there. And here is something that I just played around with. If you remember this one, this is the excess paint that I just cluttered on here. A life without dreams would be just a life. And look at that sorry looking figure, a Halloween themed Octopode Factory stamp there. And here is a colourful layout for a change. I love that girl with an umbrella in her eye. Change for no one and believe in you, in who you are. That's something to live by, I think. And here's a blue page which isn't ready in any way or shape or form. It's just something that I've started on. And I kept it blue and green. And here is something to actually remind myself of that it is better to take a risk than miss a moment of magic. These splotchy stamps here actually come from Vilda Stamps. It's a Swedish company and I love these splotches. I really do. And another saying could be that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem and smarter than you think. Something to live by, I think. And as for this wonderful girl here, a Sagittarius, I bought that stamp because I myself am a Sagittarius. There is no courage without fear. Look at that. And a wonderful washi tape there. And here I used a frame stamp from also from the Fancy Pants big stamp set. This one also comes from there. A wonderful corner stamp that I put in both of the corners actually, and just cluttered off the excess paint or the colour on that side. So in this way you can actually just build these pages up. You just start with a couple of colours and then you just put in random pieces of paint and colour that you have on your stencils or something. Just build it up, create some depth to it. And here is pretty colourful a page also. And I have used a sort of a letter template there, just sprayed some black paint all over it, or ink spray there. Here is a funny looking stamp from Dylusions Ranger. And here's another wonderful frame stamp also from the Fancy Pants sets. And here's another girl from the Octopode Factory. I love her. A friend is someone who knows the song in your heart and can sing it back to you when you have forgotten the words. You know, sometimes you just need friends like that, don't you? And here is something, I sort of continue with the same colours here. Nothing is irreversible except death. Hence the mummy there, also from the Octopode Factory. The Halloween themed characters there. And with this one I just did some stamping, and here I also used that stencil, but I just turn it around so you see it's all upside down almost. No, it isn't, but it's actually in the reverse order there. And wonderful washi tape, I love that. And here's another green page. I sort of turned into loving green. And here's a wonderful stamp from Stamp Unity Company, or Unity Stamp Company perhaps it's called. Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. Many a company actually use this text and to make their own stamps. Tim Holtz is one and so forth. So I'm actually liking that one because it's got different kinds of fonts there. And here's another funky figure. And these corner stamps or border stamps are also from Dylusions, different kinds of sets actually. I like how they look. And until you spread your wings, look at those wonderful red wings, I think they're from the Fancy Pants sets also, you have no idea how far you'll fly. And this sort of looks like a roller coaster, doesn't it? And then she's standing there. So here's something yellow. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. And this Ralph Waldo Emerson, who has said that, or written that. Here's a lovely arrow corner stamp there also from Dylusions. And here's some leftover stamping. The corner is here. And then there's an envelope here. And I just love that angry looking woman there. She's from, I think, art impressions actually. So be the change you wish to see in the world, Gandhi. And with this one, I actually sprayed all of these blue, and then I put a stencil on with clouds, and then I sprayed with some white spray on top of it, because otherwise it would be the reverse effect. The clouds would be blue if I were to spray with blue. So I have to be clever now. So I could of course started with a blue page, but I didn't. So I sprayed it, and then I sprayed it in so small. And here I think I had a stain or something, or just sprayed, and it looked like a stain splotch there. And here is pretty fiery, colory background page there. And with this one I just used different kinds of stamps. In the background there is that wood grain pattern. It's a big stencil. I don't remember where this one comes from. Perhaps Unity Stamp Company. And as for this one, go for long walks, indulge in hot baths, blah blah blah. Just be. It's a wonderful stamp there. And I love these. Don't know what you call them now. Some sort of leaf stamps. Love them. And here's some pink. I'm not that pink of a person, but I just want to experience things, and I want to challenge myself really. This one isn't ready, but I love the harlequin or the diamond patterned tape. Also this film strip tape is lovely. Here is something also that I haven't really finished. This is also an excess turnover of the stencil. And here's a lovely harlequin or just diamond patterned background, which I made with a big stencil. Like those hearts, you know, water tape, you do, Swedish company. And here I've done some cluttering as well. I'm not ready with that one, nor this one. And as you can understand, I've used the leftover piece of this one here, I think. Or perhaps I did the other way. No, I must have. I'm not sure. I think I did. Yeah, I think I just reversed it. And here is something that I haven't really finished either. And here is something just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Hence all the butterflies here. And that nice looking border stamp from Dylusions also. And the mushrooms, I just fell in love with those mushrooms. Nice looking. A wonderful stamp from Penny Black actually. I don't have it, I just borrowed it. And here is a lovely, nice, springy looking layout theme. With a couple of butterflies here as well. And the leaves and such. It's a bit darker, and I think it was the same thing here. I just used it once more to make it sort of dark and gruesome. Here are some stamps from Vilda Stamps. There are different kinds of cogwheel stamps, and I sort of made a pattern out of them. So reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. I really ought to remember that, because I don't exercise enough. I tend to read or watch the YouTube too much, I think. Here is something that I haven't finished, just started spraying, and here's the final page. A landscape motif, so to speak, also made with the stamps from Vilda Stamps. A lovely sort of an owl there. Woohoo! And there's a tree stamp, which I did the same thing as with the Tim Holtz stamp there. Some branches and grass, and a lovely cow called Cross. So that's it, and I haven't done anything with that one yet. So this is a fun book actually, with lovely statements and things, and some of them actually may have inspired me to make a painting that I could put on the wall. So let's see what I can make out of this. Bye bye.